Una choke zugu. Me I kaibulu omwanyi simple.
The camera did read. There is a camera here that has OS.
So let's go. 3, 2, 1. Action! Quiet!
Chetam is an Igbo period piece, obviously the Igbo tribe. The show itself is situated in the 14th, 15th century. And the reason why we did that was so that we will be able to have a lot of creative license in doing some of the things that we wanted to do. It's a culmination of different stories, but the anchor point of the show is the love story between Adanna and Nana. I think that every character brings their own flavor to the show. I particularly love Adanna and Nana because of the love story that is, that they have. I love Jideofo because for him, it's ego and family. And, his quest to rule over Mberi, and it's because of a woman. I love Obumneme and his daughters, Jide Kene, his son, everybody. I think that every character brings life to the show. So when you watch it, you can't say, oh, this is my favorite character, because one person's story will take you on one journey, another person's story takes you on another journey, and it's just interesting to watch.
You will think as an adult, Lolia would stop being stubborn, but no!
Having to explain that to all the directors, because we had a meeting and I'm like, this is the template that we need to follow. This is how we should portray love. So if you want to do a close-up shot, this is what we need to do. You need to do this, you need to do that. I'd like it to be in this angle. I'd like us to hold on for 10 seconds while we're taking this shot. And we all had to agree. I'm the head creative. So one of the biggest things is that everybody needs to be in sync. And so there are always initial meetings where all the heads of the departments talk about the script and our ideas. And I work closely with the production designer and I make them build the world, because first of all, you have to build the world of the show. It's an imaginary world. What does the world look like? What are the buildings like? What do the costumes look like? What are the accessories like? And then I have to approve those things and then tell them, okay, now you can move on with so, and so. Every time the show premieres, you are sucked into this world of Mberi and it feels like you are living in that world. I think that this show is different for me because the show is really good. Yeah, I dare anybody to say that it's not a good show. I give you 100. No, I didn't give you any money. Because you say it's not a good show, then I give you money. But yeah, I think that it's a beautiful show. I think that everybody can relate to different characters in the show. And I think that it would be, I think that for some characters you would see yourself in if you're in love, you're fighting for love, if you're trying to steal somebody's man, anything is there in the show.
Nana.
Chetam was a story that was created by Ifeanyi Chidi Barbara, who is the head writer for the show. I found it quite interesting, being that I had done a lot of epic shows and I hadn't done anyone that was Igbo. I'm Igbo, by the way, from Abia State. And I think that this was a perfect opportunity to tell my own story. And that's why I was very interested in it. Most of the stories that we've told was either a race to the throne or about somebody's legitimacy to on throne and whatnot. But we really just wanted to tell a feel-good love story. And I think that was the brief, and I think that that's what's happening with Chetam. We gain a lot of experience with all our other shows. And I think that looking at the shows that we had done, especially the show that we just came from, I think that one of the core elements of Chetam is love. And one of the things that we had to decide was, how do we make the audience feel love, and how do we make them love our characters, and how do we feed love through those characters to the audience. I was inspired by the Indian TV shows, Korean most importantly. When they love, especially with the music, especially with all those elements that they join together, you will now be feeling like, oh my God, you know.
Jonathan. It has to look like a power move as opposed to looking like just two people just killing somebody and having a squabble.
But we can have it. I understand your concern.
Also,
one thing I did differently on this project was to be 100% involved. I think that over time, as I started doing, other shows, I started, letting go of certain things and it's not like I didn't trust my team, or it's not like I don't trust my team now. It's just that in certain levels of the development process, I may or may not have allowed certain elements to roam free. And this has nothing to do with my own team on ground. I just felt like, this time it would be best if I'm more involved, especially from the storytelling point of view, and I'm making sure that, these guys are following through with what we've decided to tell. Do you understand? And I think that even just asking the entire team to just take second looks on certain things and looking at what we've done and asking ourselves, how can we do it better, and just making sure that we are doing it better. That's just the long and short of it. The core thing that my company does is telling authentically African stories. And so, yes, we will, as long as, I'm an African, and one of the things I would like to do is to tell our stories to the diaspora and to the open, world. So yes, we will tell other cultures. If the opportunity arises, we will collaborate with other cultures, other African cultures. And even without collaborating with other African cultures, there's always a mix of different cultures in every story that we tell. But our focus is telling core, authentically African stories. But the collaboration is important, and if necessary, we will collaborate.